Hi, I am Anu from Anvi Business Solutions, and today I am going to tell how we can open a gold jewelry trading in Dubai. As we know, Dubai is a hub of trade and commerce, and in this video I am going to share how we can open a business for gold and jewelry trading, and we will discuss both mainland area and the free zone area as well. So first let me brief you about what is jewelry trading and what kind of license it would be and what are activities allowed under this license. So first of all, jewelry trading, or we can say gold trading, will be a commercial license, and this jewelry trading activity allowed as a including the reselling of adornment jewelry, which includes the gold, titanium, silver, palladium, platinum, and it can cover like trading of which we called like earrings, necklace, bracelets, rings. So all these kind of stuff, when we do trading, it comes under a jewelry trading. This license would be a commercial license as mentioned before, and if it's a mainland license, we must have to appoint a local sponsor who will be holding a 51% stake in the license, and the balance 49 will be held by a foreign expat or the investor. So now we will start for a mainland license for this jewelry trading. So if the investor is willing to open a company in mainland area in a local market of United Arab Emirates in Dubai, so in mainland area, as everybody knows, we have to appoint a local sponsor, and there will be a other partner who will be the investor, and the share pattern will be the 51 and 49%. Apart from that, we have to take approval of DET, which is Department of Economic Development. Plus for the gold trading, we have to take approval of SIRA Authority, which is Security Industry Regulation Authority. Why we take this SIRA approval? Because we have to take a approval from the concerned department, especially if we are taking a shop. For example, we are taking a shop in Gold Souk or in Dera side for this gold selling. So in this case, we have to take a SIRA approval. They will check the camera installation and all the safety measures has been taken or not. So that's why we have to approach SIRA Authority, and we'll get the necessary approvals from the department. So now we will cover the process, how we can apply, what will be the process, what will be the required documents, what will be the cost, and what will be the time frame. What would be the steps we have to take when we are applying for a jewelry trading or gold trading license in Dubai, especially if it's a mainland area? Well, the process is almost same whether it's a free zone or a mainland area. Just the difference is that in mainland area we have to take a local sponsor, whereas in the free zone area we don't need a local sponsor. An investor can be 100% owner of his company. He can be a sole shareholder or partner, we can say. But in free zone the rules are different, and we have to take a local sponsor. So we will start the process. So the first step is the pre-approval, we call it, which is we do the initial approval and name reservation. In this case, we will provide the 3 names as per the preference of order of that particular license or the company. Once the name has been approved, then we have to take a SIRA approval, and for SIRA approval we have to approach to the SIRA Authority, where we have to fill all this online application, and then the SIRA inspector will come to the office or the shop. He will verify and he will do the necessary inspection. So after his confirmation, after his inspection, then we will get a NOC from the SIRA Authority. Afterwards, again we will go to the DED or a free zone area, free zone authority if it's a free zone license, and apply for a MOA, and the next step, which is signing the legal documents, we can say registration process. So here all the investor, all the partners, if it's a mainland, then local sponsor and another partner. If it's a free zone, then the only shareholder has to visit the necessary approach to the concerned authority and sign the relevant documents. They must be present there physically because they have to verify their original IDs as well, like passport and all. So after completing that, we will go to the next step, which is for finalizing the office. So now the next step is the finalizing the office. So whether it's a mainland area, mainland jurisdiction, or a free zone jurisdiction, in both cases we have an option either to go for a flexi desk virtual office or taking a physical shop, physical office or a shop. or a workshop, like we can say. So when we are finalizing the office or the shop, we have to check this is complied with the CIRA approval and all, and we have to prepare the necessary tenancy contract, lease agreement, and we have to if it's a mainland area specifically, then we have to make a IJARI for that particular shop or office, and we have to submit in the DET department. Afterwards, DET will issue the payment voucher, and we will get the payment voucher, and we will make the necessary payment. Then we will get our trade license, which is jewelry trading license, and afterwards we can apply for establishment card and apply for the resident visa for the investor and the staff as well. So this is overall process for the DED jewelry trading license, we can say. But when we talk about the free zone license setup, the process is almost same. You'll apply for the name approval or pre-approval, and then we have to apply the CIRA approval as well, and the authority will do inspection and get us this NOC letter. Then again afterwards we have to finalize the office. We have both options, either go for a physical shop or office or a virtual desk. And then after finalizing this lease agreement, we have to submit these documents in the free zone, and then we will get our approval. We'll get our legal documents, which is trade license, MOA, share certificate. So this process is almost same, and both authorities need a CIRA approval when it's a jewelry trading, gold trading. So this is like process wise we can say. And when it's when we talk about the required documents, the required documents are almost same. If it's a free zone company, then we need his documents of the investor, which is his passport copy, his home address and contact details, his visit visa if he is on a visit visa. If he is already living here in the Dubai in United Arab Emirates, then we must need a NOC from his sponsor and his current resident visa copy and the Emirates ID. So this is like basic documents we need. Apart from that, the other applications and document resolution consultant like us prepared it, and we submit the necessary documents in the authorities. So this is the required documents we can say for the free zone. And when we talk about the mainland area, the required documents are for the local sponsor, we need his passport copy, his family book, his Emirates ID, and for the investor or the foreign expat shareholder, for him we also need his passport copy, his visa page, whatever the visa he has. Time depends upon the nationality, they require a bank statement as well. So these are some brief information about the requirement we can say about the process and the documents. Now we will talk about what is like how much it costs if we are establishing such kind of trading license in United Arab Emirates. So in mainland area, the cost of this license is 11,000 dirham. That is only for the license cost, and it will be a commercial license. And apart from that, there is 2.5 of IJARI market fees, and there is a local sponsor fees, MOA fees, pre-approval fees. So when we talk about a trading jewelry trading license with all these necessary approvals, it costs around somewhere 30 to 35,000 dirham. And when we do in free zone as well, so free zone license also costs starting, like we can give an example of DMCC Jebel Ali. The license is starting from 20,000, plus there is a registration fees, and if you take a flexi desk office, then that fees. So here also it costs around 30 to 35,000 dirham. Each free zone have their own price. And when we talk about other Emirates, like other free zone, Northern Emirates, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, they have a lower price in comparison to the Dubai free zones. So we can check over there, because the price wise is Dubai free zones are high because of the location and the surrounding infrastructure, all the facilities they do provide. So that's why the difference among these free zones. So this was like overall process, cost, and required document if we are opening a jewelry trading or gold trading in United Arab Emirates. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any question related to this kind of trading business in United Arab Emirates, or if you have any other kind of business plan, or maybe your friends or colleagues looking for some information or maybe willing to expand their business, we will be happy to assist you. And you can contact us at the below details. And thank you so much for watching this video. Have a lovely day.